Mine's pretty quick. You know, what I struggle with that picture is the daily recognition of the quiet, calm little chimp and the enraged chimp, and the emotional center of me, the trader, that represents is that inner chimp is on a spectrum. And what I want is that to be my trading chimp and who I'm trading for, and taking care of that little thing. So my story this week is my little soccer monkeys, my 5-year old team. And so today's, well, actually yesterday's game, the other coach is Natalie Zink, and she's played with me since she was 6, and my daughters were 6, and Jessie was 8. So, she's played. Let's see, they're now. Let's see, that's 98. So that's two. They're like 25 years old now. So that's 19 years of playing soccer with her, and the same things that I've been doing to develop her and my daughters and all the people that came after them on the team. The same thing we're doing with the little 5-year-olds, and it was neat to see her coaching those little monkeys on the other side while I'm coaching my guys. And at halftime, I pull my little guys together and say, all right, and I have to say this conspiratorially, and you have to kneel down so that your eyes are lower than their eyes, so they can look down and feel their power and their authority being reflected in your face. Who's got a plan? Cooper. They all have a plan. All right, Cooper, what's your plan? Cooper says, thoughtfully, I think, and you can see him picturing it in his head as he's describing it. He said, I think we should all guard our goal and then get the ball and then go to the goal and then shoot and score. And I asked the other guy, hey, is that a good plan? And they said, yeah, that's a good plan. Who else has a plan? Little JD has a plan. He's getting ready to turn 4. I think he's on the spectrum somewhere because he's not very verbal. And for the first month of practice, he never said anything, never looked me in the eye. But now he looks me in the eye, and he comes over after practice and gives me a hug and says, thanks for practice, while his parents look on with some tears in their eyes, because that's unusual behavior for him to be verbal. And so I asked JD, do you have a plan? He says, yeah. So he thinks carefully, and he says, we could get the ball, and we could shoot and score. Now, it's not an accident that he uses exactly the same words that Cooper used, but they own those words now. And, we nominated all of those phrases, and we've registered them in our subconscious, and we reinforce them every day at practice, in every game. And while they're playing, if the ball is loose, I am announcing, get the ball, somebody get the ball, and then if somebody gets the ball, then you raise the pitch, go to goal, shoot and score, score. And then if they get the ball, it's guard my goal, get the ball, go to goal, shoot and score. And so that is constantly reinforced. And while we're waiting for them to kick off, who's ready to play, raise your hand. We say that to both teams. And until they all raise their hand, you keep asking it. Who's ready to play? Raise your hand. I can't hear you until they're ready to play. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. And so it goes. And so just constant reinforcement of positive energy and intention in a way that resonates with them. And that's all you should do with kids that age. You can't talk to them in sentences. You can't explain your concept. You cannot establish rapport with a long involved. You just got to be there coaching them and nudging them and reinforcement. Like, don't kick the other team. no hands on the ball, keep the ball on the field. All of those have a certain rhythm and nature to them that resonates with the kids. And it was just neat yesterday to reflect on, seeing Natalie on the other side. She helps me coach all the kids all the time. Anyway, and her cousin is my boss at Central Michigan, where I teach grad students corporate finance in the same environment that Sonal talked about. The transfer of skills more so than artificial tests. And that's the story that I told at the Leavenworth Chamber of Commerce on Wednesday when I went and had my ribbon cutting ceremony. I said, well, I've been a business in this community for 30 years, and I felt like I finally should come down and talk to you guys about what I do and what we offer in terms of leadership and creativity, and to work with Fletcher and with the Denmark. But really, I spent most of the time talking about the soccer program and why we need business support, and not just their money, but their people and their time and their kids to come and play, and how we are opening up the soccer complex for them to come out and display their stuff and be part of the community and doing food drives and all that stuff. So, as part of that, I get in about an hour, I got our academy practice on Sunday for 90 minutes, open to all ages, boys and girls, any skill level. We just monkey around, and we'll continue to reinforce all those things. And I start and I finish every session with, all right, you guys, eyes on me. What do I want every day? And they say respect. And I say, now how will I know that you respect me? Because we listen to everything you say, Coach. I said, now how do I know that you're listening? Because we look you in the eye and we're not talking. I said, all right, correct. What do I give you every day? Respect. How will you know? You listen to everything we say, Coach. And how do you know that I'm listening? Because I'm looking you in the eye and I'm not talking. And on that basis, we then review some of the other rules. What is important? Repeat after me. Play hard, have fun, support the team, love the game, respect the other team and ref. And we just reinforce those messages constantly at the programming level, at the root level of how to be a soccer player. So I think there's something important in reverse engineering. So in the note sheet I uploaded just before we started today, what can we learn from Cooper's soccer plan? Guard the goal, get the ball, go to goal, shoot and score. It doesn't get any better than that. And what can we do to train our inner trader to do just that? And now, coming back to Cecilia, how do we surround her with that protective ecosystem, that protective environment that allows her just to do that, just so that the little kids can play, so that the chimp can just be a chimp and enjoy the banana and not be involved in the other things that chimps are not particularly good at, like firefighting. They don't do a good job of fire prevention, firefighting. They're not fire planning. They're not really good. They're not really good at that part. So we got to let the chimps do what they do best, and then create a safe space for them to do it in. Well, that's the essence of these true story circles. Safe space. Create a safe space. Create a trusted space. Then begin to tell the truth and see what happens, and that will inevitably lead to opportunities outside the circle, but it starts with safety, trust, and truth, and that's what these stories do. And that's my story for this week. So I'm going to hit the gong and ask you to listen for the word that bubbles up to the surface to focus you going forward, and then that will release us into coffee talk and checkouts and whatnot. So here we go. Ready?